Hello, Abby.
Hey, Jules.
I'm going to start off with some questions and just respond how you would like.
Okay.
Okay. They're based on gender in society, which is the class that I'm in right now. And I'm just going to run through them, just answer them however you feel is right.
All right.
Okay. What are the pressures that come along with being a girl in today's society?
Well, we always have to have makeup on. We always have to look good because guys only will like us if we look pretty. And we always have to be, in shape, skinny, because, guys don't like fat girls.
Mm-hmm.
And we also, people expect us to do all the cooking, all the cleaning, take care of the kids, stay at home. And what if I want to go out and have a job and pay some money and get some money to run my family? And also, why should I have to have a child? Why do I have to bear a child in my stomach and push it out of my vagina? Why do I have to do that?
Okay, so, in your opinion, there's a lot of controversy on what exactly gender is and what the definition of gender is. So, what would you say is your definition of gender?
Well, gender is, are you a boy or a girl? And I believe it should be equal, but I feel that men have more opportunities than women.
Mm-hmm.
So I think by definition, you want it to think that it's all equality, but if you go beyond the words, it's not.
Mm-hmm. And do you know the difference between what are the different sexes and what are the different genders? Do you understand that? Or is that still unclear to you?
Pretty unclear, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's interpreted by different people in different ways.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you think gender equality is important?
I do. I think it is because I think that we were all put on this world to do good and we should all be treated fairly and we should all be treated equally. We should all be given the same opportunities, and if we have an opportunity, the way that the outcome is different for every different person, but as long as we're given that opportunity, that's what matters.
Mm-hmm. And do you think gender equality is a concern for men or just for women or other way around? What do you think?
Since we're talking about equality,
Mm-hmm.
it should be a problem for both sexes,
Yep.
or genders. But I do think that women suffer a little bit more than men do,
Mm-hmm.
because the whole pay for work and your job, women don't get paid as much, which I don't think is fair.
Do you I know that you have a job. Is that the situation in your case?
No,
or?
not for me, because it's not like a professional job yet, but once I come out of college, and
do you think that will be a concern for you?
I think it will, because I'm a woman,
Mm-hmm.
and every woman faces that issue.
Yep. So there's a lot of characteristics described by society for an ideal woman and an ideal man. So I know you kind of already went over that with the first question, but when a man thinks of their ideal female, what characteristics come to mind? I know you were saying like skinny, that type of stuff.
Well, I know for high school, guys, they see like a fat girl, they're gonna laugh at her. Like, I've witnessed that in the hallway, and that's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, everyone's beautiful. I know that sounds cliche, but it's true. And I just think that every guy should think before they speak and think before they judge, because they want a girl that's, like I said, skinny. They want a girl that's pretty, that laughs at their jokes, and that just basically does everything that they say, because they want to be in control, and they want to take advantage, and they want to just be their master, if that makes any sense. And I think those are what guys look for in girls.
Mm-hmm.
And
with that in mind, with you saying them wanting to be the more powerful one, when you say that, what are the characteristics that not only a female but a man thinks that a real man should have as well?
Well, girls want a guy that's strong, so I
Mhm.
guess that's their own fault for falling under that.
Mhm.
They want someone who can protect them. But there's like a difference between protecting and being like a pain and someone that's always like lurking in the shadows, like someone that's taking advantage of a woman, which a lot of men do, and that's not okay because every woman, it's their life and they shouldn't be taken advantage of.
And I know a lot of women in today's world feel like they don't need a man to take care of them. Do you feel like you need a man to take care of you, or how do you feel about that situation?
Well, I feel that since I'm only 17 years old, I wouldn't know necessarily right now because I'm not on my own. I have my dad, I have my brother, and I'm not in a relationship, so I wouldn't really necessarily know that, but I do think that you can be happy on your own. I think that, like we're talking about how women are just as equal as men, women can stand on their own. They can stand on their own 2 feet. They can take care of themselves. They can make their own money. They can raise their own family. Single moms, like that just shows how strong women are.
Yep. Do you think in today's world that women should be treated differently than they are? Do you think it's a very big issue in your encounters with these situations, with what you've had?
Like I said before, I'm not like that experienced yet because I'm only 17, but I listen to the news, I read the newspaper occasionally, and I just think that, like I said before, women aren't paid as much, which is definitely a big issue because when I said that women can stand alone and they can raise a family on their own, that just, it's terrible to think that they're not getting paid as much as men, but yet they're raising a whole family by themselves, which I don't think is right. I think they need that money if you want them to stand on their own 2 feet and you want them to go out and raise their own family. And I think that's a serious issue. And I just think that men think women are, like in high school, I think a lot of men, or boys in this case, in my grade especially, they just think girls are easy and they'll just take advantage of them. And they'll be like, oh, I'll sleep with her, but I won't call her the next day. And women have feelings too, and we deserve to be treated just the same. Like, would a guy want that done to them? No. So why do it?
You just said that you wanted to be part of the FBI in the future, and that it's a dream of yours. Are you afraid, with that being, I would say, more of a male profession?
Yes.
I don't like using that term, but it's dominantly,
part of society.
Yeah, dominantly male. Are you afraid of discrimination in the workforce when you do that, or is that a concern of yours?
No, because I know that I have the intelligence to be there. I have the mental capacity for all the mind-blowing things that I will witness and observe, and I think that I'm strong enough to be there, because I will have to go through just as much of the physical training as the guys do. I'll have to go through it all. I'll have to be beside men doing it, and that won't bug me because maybe I'll outrun one of them. You know what I mean? Like, it's all up to me on, like, how I'm going to be given this opportunity, but how I fulfill it is up to me, and I don't think that discrimination, like, I don't think I'll be a victim to that, because I won't let it happen.
If you could change things or one thing in 2016 to make things more equal, what would that be?
Well, obviously the money situation, but to me, I guess it's just that I just don't think men should view women as weak. Because I think that's what it's all based off of. I just think that they think they're stronger, they're better because...
Do you feel like men think that women are more objects than human beings?
Oh, yeah. A lot of men, marry women to up their reputation. They marry women because they're hot, and I don't think that's right.
Yep.
Because they're not just an object; they're a real person who has real characteristics, real personalities, real great things about them, bad things about them. But I think that they need to stop calling them a thing and more a person.